Hi, YouTube. Getting set up on Instagram now. Nice to have you. It's Alissa. Hello. Sit back so I can see both screens tonight, while we give people some time to join us. Hello. As people start flooding in, so nice to have you. Happy Monday evening. Hi, Julianne. Hi, Josephine. Yay. So I have something that I want to read tonight that I keep forgetting, so I'm just going to grab my phone real quick to share that. And if you would like to get comfortable in a seat, you can start to move yourself into a position that you can chill in for a few moments. I'm going to recommend Hero's Pose, because we'll go right into a Child's Pose today after that. And so I know that right now is such a unique time, hi Barb, for many of us, right? And a lot of us are out of like what we might consider a normalcy of work, although I tend to have some nihilistic views about normalcy. I don't believe in it. There's no such thing as normal to me. But anyways, this time, because there's so much change so quickly, hi Kate, that can bring up a lot of mental stuff, right? And so yoga is something that we can do with our bodies when we practice the asana, but it's this mental aspect. There's a big mental piece of that puzzle, which is getting to know our mind, how it works, and then getting to know our consciousness, how that works, and how we can utilize consciousness and awareness to harness the power of our bodies in the present moment, and then alleviate the mental stuff, the mental chatter. And so doubts, if you've been feeling doubts, it's common, and I would expect that at this moment. I've had many a doubt come through. And so I wanted to share with you something that I was reading earlier today. While you get comfortable, connect with your breath and your spine. Do you have doubts about life? Are you unsure if it is worth the trouble? Look at the sky. That is for you. Look at each person's face as you pass on the street. Those faces are for you. And the street itself, and the ground under the street, and the ball of fire underneath the ground. All these things are for you. They are as much for you as they are for other people. Remember this when you wake up in the morning and think you have nothing. Stand up and face the east. Now praise the sky, and praise the light within each person under the sky. It's okay to be unsure, but praise, praise, praise. So I just wanted to share that with you today. So take a moment to praise yourself, your body, and anything else that might have come through while you were listening to those words. And eventually, when you're feeling ready to make your way into a child's pose, and you might want to be more towards the center of your mat, because we're going to flip onto the back from child's pose today, so further up the mat. If you have some music playing alongside you, you can start to turn that on. And then dropping your seat back, let your hips be squished here. Arms can reach forward, forehead can touch down. Get a sense for the back body and the shell of the ribs. notice the soft front body and how it responds to your breath in and out through the nostrils if you can. Very light constriction at the base of the throat, no force, no strain. Take 2 more breaths here with yourself, a little pause before we get moving through class. And then as you begin to sit yourself up, come onto your back. You might press into the tops of your feet and then slide one leg out at a time, pull the bum through, and then roll onto the back. Let's draw the right thigh in, holding at the shin. Extend the left leg down the mat. Point through the toes, plantar flexion through the front ankle, and then pull the toes towards the face, dorsiflexion of the ankle. Do that a few times. Feel it land there. Keep drawing your low back and pelvis towards the floor. And then make circles with the big toe, rolling the ankle with control. Do that in one direction. And then make sure after a few slow rounds, you go the other way and just feel that out. And then we'll take the knee and trace circles on the ceiling. Let's make littler circles so that the seat doesn't come off the floor much. And you're still compressing at the front of the thigh. And after a few in one direction, make sure you trace that circle the other direction. And then begin to lift the right foot up to the ceiling. Take your right hand to the outer edge of that foot. Keep anchoring down through the right leg, but press out through the foot towards the right side of the room. One more breath. You might be holding your right hamstrings with your left hand like I am. And then bend the knee and extend the right leg down the mat. Shake it out. When you're ready, draw your left thigh in, hook it in, hold it towards the belly. It might be a little more out to the side, whichever way your hip socket wants to be held here. And then again, plantar flexion and dorsiflexion, pointing and spreading the toes as you lift the foot and send it away. And then rolling the ankle. Tracing circles with the big toe, both directions. Notice if your neck or shoulders want to tense, just make them heavy. And then tracing little circles with the knee, feeling the rotation or the response in the hip socket. Other way. And then lift the left foot towards the ceiling. Reach that left hand up towards the pinky edge if you can hold it. Keep anchoring the left thigh towards the floor, but then kick the heel up and out. It'll come in a bit of a diagonal. Just follow the line through the heel. Toes are open. One more breath. And release. Take a full body stretch, reach your toes away, and then pull forward. And then just kind of rock through your spine. Let yourself shake a little and wiggle. And then just turn through the wrists and move the fingers. Try to get into all of the joints around your hand. Maybe a couple actions with the elbows, just waking everything up. Full breath here, full breath out. Get all of the breath out that you can. Open the mouth, keep pushing, keep pushing. And then when you have to inhale again, let it flood through your body. Inhale the length of your spine. Softly exhale this time from the mouth. Roll yourself up. Come to stand at the top of the mat. Okay. 3 simple sun salutation A's without the step back. So they're like half sun salutations. As you anchor your feet, lift your arms up. As you exhale, fold over your thighs. Keep a press through your toes. Slight bend of the knees. Lengthen the spine forward. Inhale. Try not to shove the butt back to do that, but instead just roll the spine from the waist and then fold in. Press to stand all the way up. Take your arms at a V up overhead. Inhale. And then tap your hands through heart center and down by your waist. Arms back up. Inhale. Touch the fingers overhead. Exhale. Fold over your thighs. Use the feet to help you fold. And then lengthen the spine. Inhale. Fold in. Exhale. Press to rise up. Arms in a wide V. Gather the hands at heart center and down by your waist. Last round. Inhale back up. Let the shoulders rise. Exhale to fold. Lengthen halfway and fold down. Inhale, we'll come all the way up and hands through heart center. Lean into your right leg. We're going to start by bending the knee and anchoring the right sitting bone towards the right heel as we float the left leg. Keep the left leg bent as well as you come through a bent knee, sort of a warrior 3. Let this fire up your brain by turning on the foot and the ankle and supporting the knee by keeping it bent. One more breath. Land in a lunge, fingertips find the floor. Step the left toes back. And then fully palm the floor, right thigh to chest, and then inhale, reach that leg up and back, 3-legged dog. Gentle bend in your left knee so you can anchor the heel and then bend your right knee and lift the thigh up. As you do that, try not to send your sitting bones to the ceiling. Anchor them down. One more breath here. We'll slowly draw the right knee to the chest. And then come in and bring that elbow, or knee towards the left elbow, little side twist. Back through the middle, lift your seat up. Step your right foot outside of your right wrist, lizard lunge. From here, we'll keep the back knee lifted today. Let's hug the thigh towards the chest, and then lift the right heel and press it down. Lift the right heel and press it down. One more time, lift that right heel, press it down. Lift the heart, open up with the right arm to the sky. Full breath in. Lower that hand down with the breath out. Step your left foot forward to the center of the mat. We'll stand up and bring the right knee up right away. Inhale. Bend your left knee, sink down. Hands through heart. Turn on your left leg. Stay as bent to the knee as you can. Anchor the heel and the sitting bone towards each other. Runner's lunge, going right to the second side, right leg steps back. Inhale, as you plant your palms, lift that left thigh to chest, and then 3-legged dog, take it back. Right knee bends a little for support, and then bend your left knee, lift the thigh. Full breath in, and then bring that left knee to your belly. Rock forward, a little twist. Under to the right. And then to the chest. And then swing it out to the left wrist. Hands might stay down or you might come onto fingertips for a moment here. I'll try to move the arms for a second so you can see. You're going to pop your left heel off of the mat towards the back of your left knee and then straight down. Lift, straight down. One more time, keep that ankle firm, straight down, and now lift the heart open to the left. Full breath in, full breath out, hand comes down. Go ahead and step your right foot to the center of your As you stand up, your left leg lifts with you. Bent knee, warrior three. Drop into your right leg. Step back into lunge, inhale. Three-legged dog through the exhale. Inhale at the top, readjust your hands as you might need. And then bend the knee and open the hip. One more breath in. Pull it under towards the left elbow with your breath out. And then step to your right wrist. Lift the right heel as you press your left heel back. And lower it down. Lift. And lower. Lower supportive here. Lifting towards the spine. And lower. Roll the heart open. Ribs open up to the right. Inhale. This time we'll travel high through low plank. Step your right leg back. Come to the belly. Cobra pose. Take your time. Let your back muscles do some work here. So you might float your hands, give your wrists a little moment. One more breath. Back to three-legged dog. Lift your right leg high and swing it between the hands. Step all the way up. Big lift with your left knee. And then lower the left leg down. Inhale. Exhale, lift your right knee up. Second way. So start to lean into your bent leg, warrior three. Anchor through that left heel. Really let your waist come down. And then step into your lunge. Three-legged dog, left leg to the sky. Bend the knee and open the hip. No rush with your breath here, slow and fluid. Bring the knee under towards the right elbow. It doesn't have to touch, it's just lifting up. And then out to the left wrist. From your lizard lunge, keep lengthening your heart forward. Pop the heel. And press it back down. Lift and press. Need some resistance there. Lift and press. Open the heart. Roll to the left. Inhale. And to your high plank pose with your exhale. Okay, your way of lowering to the floor. Cobra. Find some lift through the heart, a spread of the collarbones. Back to three-legged dog, left leg lifts. And as you exhale, step that foot between your hands at the top of the mat. We'll inhale and lift the right leg up. And then exhale, place it down. Big toes meet, come into chair pose. Drop into your seat. Arms might come forward. Let's draw the chin towards the chest today. Look down the tip of your nose. Full exhale. Stand all the way up. Lift your left knee up. Inhale. Bent leg, warrior three. Sink into your right thigh and then lean the heart forward. From here, we'll reach the arms forward. And then tap the heart. Forward, tap the heart. Forward, tap the heart, and then runner's lunge. Three-legged dog, inhale, right leg high. This time, bend the knee, lift the hip, and then roll it under to the left. Step it out. Lizard, we'll skip the heel pops. We'll come right up and open into a twist. Full breath here. And out, lower the hand down. Step into your high plank, lower, halfway. Cobra, upward facing. Downward facing dog. Slow breath in, slow breath out. Right leg to the sky. We'll step the foot just behind the hands and straighten out through the right leg. Lift the heart up a little bit. Anchor both heels. You can step your left heel in if you need to. Just a quick moment in pyramid. Really ignite the right leg. Press it down and lift it up. One more breath. We'll fold forward at the top of the mat. Step your left foot in. Lengthen your heart halfway and fold. Rise all the way up to stand. Bring your big toes together. Chin towards chest, chair pose. Last breath. All the way up to stand. Right knee lifts, hands to heart. Sink into your left thigh. Bent leg, warrior three. Start that knee. 3 times. Reach the arms forward and pull them to the heart. Forward and to the heart. Hug your left hip in. Forward with the arms to the heart. Step back into lunge. 3-legged dog, left leg to the sky. Bend the knee, lift the thigh up. Bring it under. Step it wide. 1 breath into open lizard, twisting through the heart. And let the upper body do the work here. Hand back down to the floor. High plank pose. Get your press through your legs and heels. And bring yourself halfway. Upward facing the cobra. To downward facing dog. Left heel to the sky. Bring the thigh in, step the foot just behind the hands, and start to lengthen that thigh out. Bring your right heel to root into the earth. Pelvis forward, heart forward, pyramid. Nice strong left leg. Another key here, not locking out that back knee, so not pressing it beyond its range of motion or to the end of its range of motion. Let's hold in the heel towards the toes. Activate the triangle of the transverse arch of your foot and lift all of the rest of the leg muscles upwards as the calf comes down. Last breath. Step the right leg forward and fold. Lengthen the heart up. And then separate your feet hips for distance. Hang over the squat. Okay, from here, take your peace sign fingers and hook them around your big toes. Draw your pelvis forward as you lengthen your heart back up. And then roll the shoulder heads back. Lean down over the legs. Good. Slow breath in and out. And then lift the chest. Take your hands, if you can, and tuck them underneath the soles of your feet. Walk your toes up towards your ankles. Let's bring the shoulders forward towards the ears, but then we'll draw the heart forward and the elbows out as we fold, creating space for the head. Just as much as the backs of the legs are lifting, anchor by gently wrapping the tailbone or the sitting bones towards the earth. Belly wide. Last 2 breaths. Lengthen the chest. Release the wrists if you have that. Let's bend the knees and just come on up to stand. Whew. Shake out your fingers. Okay, leaning into the left leg, let's lift the right leg up. Keep a little rooting of the outer right hip. Let it wrap towards the earth as you keep drawing the thigh towards the belly. Let's lift the belly round a little bit and release the leg. See if we can hold it there for 3, for 2. We're going right peace sign fingers to right big toe on 1. As we kick out through the center of the foot, we'll lift the heart up and draw the shoulder back. Now, you might hold underneath the knee if the big toe hold isn't there, or keep your knee really bent like that. Okay, pressing out through the whole foot. And then let that leg slowly open. Toes up, thigh down. Try not to lift your bum up to the sky. 1 more breath. arch of the foot up. One more breath. All the way up to stand. Bring your right leg as your base. Start to lift your left thigh towards your chest. You can start by giving it a hook with your hands and then drop the outer hip down. Try to keep your waist long there. Not rolling up the pelvis. And then rounding a bit, hugging the belly, seeing if you can hold that leg in space. Reach the arms forward for 3, for 2, for 1, we're going for big toe lock, and then press it out through the center of the left foot. And again, don't hyperextend the knee like that, but instead keep drawing the quad up as you press the calf away. And then slowly open it, matching the range of motion of your pelvis. So if you're trying to go too far, it'll kind of throw you out of the shape, right? So just matching. Where do I feel a good stop? There, and then I ignite, hold. One more breath. Release and bring the legs together. Lean up and over to the right. Your right hand can come to your hip. You can bend your top elbow, whatever version of your arms you want to do. But keep pressing your left foot down and imagining the center of the arch of that foot, lifting up and lengthening your left waist. One more breath. Inhale up through the middle. Take a breath here. Chair pose. This time, lift the upper back and look up. Inhale. Hold forward, exhale. Lengthen the heart, inhale. We'll travel back to downward facing dog. So you can take your vinyasa, you can add in maybe knees, chest, chin this time. Back to downward facing dog. Right leg lifts to the sky. Bend the knee and lift the thigh up. Last breath. And we'll swing it through the hands. High crescent lunge. Take yourself up. And draw the tailbone forward, upper hips back, and then twist to the right. As you twist, start to side bend into your right waist and drop your right hand to press into your inner left thigh. One more breath with a little bit of that bend. And then lift your right waist, lift your right arm, high crescent lunge, press the feet apart. And then open out into triangle shape. Root your legs, come forward. Make sure your pelvis has a little bit of give to it so you're not jamming into the sockets. And then heart wide. Ribs rolling up. One more breath. Bend your right knee, bring your left hand down, bring your left knee down. We'll lift the right arm to swing the right leg out and then come up into gate pose. Hug the pelvis, lift that right inner thigh as you lean over the right leg. Use the belly to support the arch here, so it's lifting the left navel up and over to the right. And then let's bring the hands to the floor. Keep your right leg out. We'll just press back through the waist and then forward to the hands. Just 2 more times. Try and keep the pinky edge of your leg rooted and only go back as far as you can until you feel a bit of a stop. Last time. And then we'll set up the left hand for a side plank. So you might begin to sweep your right leg out. Left hand underneath the shoulder. The bicep's gonna spin away so that the heart can roll up this way, and the shoulder blade is gonna meet the upper back. Now, we'll take the right leg out again to the side or somewhere on the outer right edge of the mat. Get your left leg up and draw your inner thighs together and hold. Hold here, or take your right leg and tap, and then bring it to the left ankle. Tap out to the right, and bring it to the left ankle. One more time, tap to the ankle, hands to the floor, and then lower the knees. As we sit back, we'll do a quick wrist stretch. Left hand out, take your right hand, fingers drape over the left, and you gently pulse the fingers back. And then, fingers down. Just gently press the back of the wrist forward. And then we'll take the right hand and we'll gently squeeze from the elbow up the forearm to the left wrist. And do that like 2 or 3 times, and you'll feel if your left hand is relaxed, the fingers will move in response. It's all connected. And then just shake it out. From your high plank, your choice, traveling back to downward facing dog. If you want to take a vinyasa, if you want to skip or add something in there, go ahead. Well, while you're in your downward facing dog, make sure your hands feel strong. Periphery is strong, fingertips are helping. Keep your arms strong and straight. One more breath. And then we'll begin to lift the left heel to the sky. Go ahead and bend the knee and lift the inner thigh up. We'll hold here for a couple breaths. And then swing that leg through, high crescent lunge. Okay, send that tailbone forward, hips up and back, and then twist to the left. And then side bend into your left waist, and press the left hand inside the right thigh as you reach the right arm up and over. The belly is lifting to support you. Pelvic floor as well. And then take the left arm up, lift the left side, and turn open for triangle. Take your time setting it up, allowing your left thigh to roll in. As you reach, reignite. Don't let this left knee just slam towards the back of the room. Press into your whole foot. In a way, the energy of the calf is moving forward with the spine. Belly relaxes a bit so the ribs can turn around the spine as you extend. One more breath. And then we'll close it down. Right knee to the floor. Left leg out from the waist for gate pose. So, draw the pelvis to neutral. Lengthen your right arm up and lean over your left thigh. Come to your hands and your right knee. We'll keep that left leg straight as we lean back as far as we can and then come forward. Try to keep the hips on the same plane. And then it's our side plank with the right hand as the base. So take your time adjusting that. So rolling open towards the left edge of your mat. Right hand under the shoulder. Let the bicep begin to wrap out, but you're gently hugging up the back of the arm. Anchor your left leg somewhere, and then take your right leg under for your support. Kind of feel that line from heel to knee to hip to armpit. And then left heel can lift and tap over to the left, and then onto the right leg 3 times. Hug the inner thighs, lift the glutes. And then fingers down. Gently curl them under. Press the back of the wrist forward. And then use your hand to squeeze from the elbow up the forearm. A little massage, a little pressure. Relax the right fingers. Okay. Come to hands and knees or to your high plank. Going to travel to down dog, however you'd like. And take it up and back. Slow the breath. In and out of the nose. One more round. And then right leg to the sky. We'll pull the thigh to the belly and step the right foot between the hands. From here, we're going to come into half moon pose. Another thing with this posture is the locking of that standing leg. So you might have the tendency to really throw the knee back, which will feel secure and safe. But see if you can offer just the most subtle release behind the knee flash. Lift the kneecap up still while pressing the calf down. And then you might explore your bent knee version, trusting in some of that drop in your right thigh. Let yourself shake, let that ankle wobble, because it's new. And then lift up, step back for a moment, straighten it out, and then extended side angle. Bring that right shin forward, right over the knee. Make sure it's not sickling inwards to the left side of the mat. Left arm could reach over the ear if you'd like. Last breath. And then left hand down. From here, roll the left heel down and come into side plank. Right leg back. And then again, knee to chest, step forward as slowly as you can. And then drop the heel, bring it back, side plank. Now, if that's like, woo, that's new, just use your toes and kind of crawl forward. And another thing is really firm this left armpit and pull the heart forward to keep this base strong on the floor. Give that about 3 rounds. And we'll land, again, top of the mat, left leg steps out as we bring the knee down this time for lizard, hips forward. If you can, start to walk your hands forward, round your back a little bit into flexion here with your spine, and bring the forearms down. And then just wiggle your left fingers and your right fingers. Again, getting into the wrists while we wait. 2 more breaths here. And then start to lift the heart up. Now, come back to your side plank with your left ankle and your left arm as your base. You're either here, or step the right foot forward with the heel popped, and then catch the heel. I'm going to catch the inside of the heel, and press slowly up, up. I'm going to pull my heart forward, and then I'm not going to worry about where the leg is, but I'm going to use the strength of that heel kick to lift it. When you're ready to release, release. Come back into a quick child's pose. Inhale here. And exhale. Shifting forward, we'll travel to downward facing dog. However that looks is up to you. Left leg to the sky, you're ready. We'll swing and step that foot forward into Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose. Again, don't lock out your left kneecap. As you find the shape, Then maybe you play with the shape. You bend the knees a little, and you let yourself hold here with the strength of your legs and your glutes. Let your ankle wobble. It's gonna feel new if you're not used to doing this. Step back when you're ready. Lengthen out through the left leg, give it a little squeeze, and then extended side angle, a few rounds of breath. Nothing fancy here, just breath and shapes. And then some side plank play time again. Now the right hand is the base. Start to firm up around the rib cage with the armpit. Drop the right heel, swing the left leg back, and then slowly step forward into lunge. Open, slide it back, use your inner thighs. Pelvic floor for support. Close it down. One more time. And then let's play. We'll come into lizard, step the right foot out, bring the knee down. We'll take a quick break. Rounding the spine, forearms to the floor, and breathing. And again, you might wiggle the fingers. Try to relax the belly, and slow the breath. If concentrating makes you hold your stomach in, let it relax here for a moment. Prepare your side plank with your right hand one final time. You'll lift up and turn the right heel down, and then maybe you catch the inner left heel and you press up. Now as you do that, pull the heart forward, and kick the leg forward and out. Release when you're done. Sit back. Take your hands behind your low back and just gently pat. Let the fingers loose. And then we'll take the fingers forward, flick up. One more breath. And then let the hands fall down. I will meet you on the belly if you need a quick sip of water. Grab a small sip, and then come down to your tummy. Take a moment here. Widen your legs as much as you need to feel the topmost flesh of your thighs resting down. And then try to just scoop lightly, tailbone back, pubic bone to the floor, just lengthening out the lumbar back. And then tuck the forehead to the floor. So it might feel like your belly is gently lifting off of the mat for a moment. We'll just hold that for a few breaths. And then I want you to relax. Let your belly fold into the floor. Let your low back arch. Maybe turn your cheek each side. Make sure you have space around you. Let's bring the right knee out to the right edge of the floor. And then we'll create a twist by weaving the left arm underneath us and slowly opening out onto the back. Or maybe you stay with your back a little lifted. From here, you might bend your top knee. You might extend it. No force here with the rib cage. Just let gravity kind of take the heart one way and the hips the other way. And then come out the way you came, slowly roll onto the belly. And slide your right leg in. Take your left knee out to the side, and then you'll weave your right arm underneath to the left, and then slowly roll the spine up and open. And just breathing how you need to breathe. Making a sound of release through a sigh. And then come on to the belly. From the belly, taking this into frog pose, you'll lift up and take your knees wide. And then start to sit back. Maybe a little bit of rocking here. I like to keep my spine in a little bit of flexion. And you can always pad your knees on the mat there. If you roll the mat in half. I'm on the floor because I've been doing this pose a lot, so I'm a little acclimated to this sensation, but if you're needing padding, you can find that however or how best it suits your knees. We won't be here too long. Breathe wide across the pelvic floor. And just visualize your groins relaxing. Visualize the muscles of the pelvic floor relaxing. Visualize the glutes relaxing. Visualize the inner thighs and the upper thighs, the quads relaxing. Okay. Start to lift your heart up. Squeeze your knees towards each other. You might need to flop onto your belly. If that's so, take a couple moments there. If you're feeling all right, just sit back into a hero's pose. And let's just take a few quiet breaths here. Sitting up nice and tall in your spine, heart's free. Feeling all the sensation around here that we just brought in with that posture. Seeing if you can how that sensation might change. And it will change over time, disappearing or traveling to other parts of the body. As we might see, our external world is in a constant state of change, so is our physical inner world. And just meeting that space with care. One more breath. Exhale, release. Okay. Now, one more round of side plank. We'll come into each direction, starting with the left side. And this time, if you'd like to take your big, wide open Vashisthasana, you'll reach your right peace sign fingers around your right big toe, and you'll press through the center of your right foot as you open it up. I'll also show this for a moment actually with the knee down. So if you're feeling like you want to play with or explore the leg extension, bring your left knee down for stability and you can start to draw your leg in and then forward and up. And again, just as much as you're pressing the leg out, you're drawing your sitting bone in. So you're feeling that duality, the equalizing of the action. If you're open, pull it in, reach for it, send it out. Lift the heart. Make sure you do both sides. You can rest your wrists in between. And again, maybe the right knee's down, heart's already spinning open for you. And you give that a shot. Right leg. And come down. Rest your wrists. And then once again, we'll come onto our backs. And once you're there, holding both knees this time, make some small circles with your knees. One way and then the other way. Maybe the head wants to roll side to side. And then bringing the feet to the floor, knees knocking together, lumbar spine supported. Lift the head, draw the chin in, and when you're ready, release the head down. A very structured spine here, very supportive. Turning this into your legs up. And let the heels be back enough so that your bum stays on the floor. So if your legs come too forward, you'll start to lift your pelvis. Let's keep really heavy and down. Going in to start to shake out through the legs. And then bring the arms up and give those a shake as well. One final breath here, just allowing the practice to fall away through the limbs, the energy to fall away through the floor. And then an offering of release, allowing your legs to the mat, allowing your arms to the mat, and coming towards your resting shape. Closing down the eyes and allowing yourself to exist in that place that is free from the doubt, that is free from the thought, and that is free even from your physical body's hold. Expanding, expanding, expanding. Begin to notice the heaviness of your back body. Begin to notice the lightness of your front body. And begin to meet the two sides. And then then tracing that seam where they meet along your edges, following up the left side and down the right. And start to move the fingers and the toes, stirring your inner energy, awakening the heart and the breath. And as you transfer to one side, take a moment and praise yourself here for your practice. Giving thanks for every lesson you might have learned today. And then begin to make your way up into a seat when you're ready. Join us a little bit closer. Find your tall spine again. Offer yourself again some slow inhales and exhales. And take a moment to just feel your breath's capacity in your lungs. Feel wide and bright. And we'll join with hands together at heart center, offering a smile of gratitude for this practice, for all of our lessons, and for something and a reason to share with one another today. Thank you as always for choosing to practice with me and for spending time with me virtually. If you have questions, please reach out. I'm here for you, and I appreciate you deeply. Thank you all. I hope you have a lovely rest of your Monday evening, even though it's sticky. It's a little sticky out here in Portland, so enjoy that, I guess. Get used to some of that feeling on your skin if it's new. And take care. Thank you. You're welcome, Julianne. Bye, Kate. Barb. You're welcome, Kay. Thank you so much. Be well. Thank you, YouTube, as well. I hope you have a lovely, lovely evening. You're welcome. Thank you, Millhouse. Oh, amazing, New York City. Love it. I'm from Boston, so it's close to my heart. Woo! Take care.